Good day students. In this video lecture we will see the specific techniques for agglomerative hierarchical clustering with the help of a sample data to illustrate the behavior of various hierarchical clustering algorithm. A sample data that consists of 6 two-dimensional points are used, which is as shown in the figure 8.15. X and y coordinates of the points and the Euclidean distance between them are also provided to us in the table 8.3 and 8.4 respectively. So these are the six two-dimensional points given to us, and xy coordinates of 6 points are given over here, and the corresponding Euclidean distance matrix for 6 points are also given. It is very simple to calculate the Euclidean distance. Just if you want the Euclidean distance between P1 and P2, then you do the square root of 0.40 minus 0.22 whole square plus 0.53 minus 0.38 whole square. That will give you the Euclidean distance between 1 and 2. Similarly, you compute for 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6. For the remaining points also similar procedure can be used. Now we will see single link or min technique for agglomerative hierarchical clustering. For single link or min version of hierarchical clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the minimum of the distance, that is maximum of the similarity between any 2 points in the two different clusters. So this definition we have seen in the previous video lecture. Here we are more interested in how it is solved for the sample data. Using the graph terminology, if we start with all points as singleton clusters, add links between points one at a time, shortest links first, then these single links combine the points into clusters. The single link technique is good at handling non-elliptical shapes, but it is sensitive to noise and outliers. So let us see an example for this sample data. If we see the merging pattern of the single link, the result of applying the single link technique to our example is shown in the figure 8.16, where we are going to merge the 3 and 6 first, 2 and 5 next we are going to have 2 and 5, 3 and 6 together as a third cluster. We are going to have then fourth, then fifth, like this. Let us see it in terms of the distances. The height at which two clusters are merged in the dendrogram reflects the distance of the two clusters. For instance, from the table 8.4 we see that distance between points 3 and 6 is 0.11. That's why you are going to have the 3 and 6 being merged at 0.11. If you take 2, 5, it is 0.14. So 2 and 5, it is 0.14. Now suppose if we want to calculate the distance between two clusters 3, 6 and 2, 5, then how we are going to do it in the single link or min technique? That is, just you take 3, 2, 6, 2, then 3, 2, 6, 2, then 3, 5 and 6, 5. Already those distances are given to you in the table 8.4. So for 3, 2 it is 0.15, for 6, 2 it is 0.25, for 3, 5 it is 0.28, and for 6, 5 it is 0.39. Out of this minimum is 0.15, so we are going to consider the 0.15 as the distance between 3, 6, 2, 5. Now the question is why we have merged 3 and 6, 2 and 5 initially. The reason for doing that initially is, if you see the distance between 6 and 3, it is 0.11. If you see the distance between 2 and 5, it is 0.14. So 3, 6 is smaller compared to 2, 5. that is by 3 comma 6 is merged first, then 2 comma 5. So this is depicted in this nested cluster diagram. Also in the dendrogram we have shown that. Next we will go for complete link, max or clique we call. For complete link or max version of hierarchical clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the maximum of the distance, that is the minimum of the similarity between any 2 points in the two different clusters. Using graph terminology, if we start with all points as singleton clusters, add links between points one at a time, shortest links first, then group of points is not a cluster until the points in it are completely linked, that is it forms a clique. So what we have to do initially means when we are having the singleton clusters, initially we have to merge according to the shortest distance. Next, for the further merging we have to consider the maximum of this minimum distance. So that is what is being given in the web version also. Sorry, it's not there, no need to worry, it is the maximum of minimum. So the complete link is less susceptible to noise and outliers, but it can break large clusters and it favors globular shapes. So again, as we have done the calculation for the single link, we can do it for the complete link also. Suppose if we are taking the distance between 3 comma 6 and 4, then we should have the max of distance of 3 comma 4 and 6 comma 4. So 3 comma 4 from the table is 0.15, 6 comma 4 it is 0.22, so max of that will be point. Similarly, you can go through these calculations, it is very simple. Just take the values from the Euclidean distance matrix and check which one is maximum, that one will be the distance. So if you are having the doubt why we have combined 3, 6, 2, 5 initially, means it is actually maximum of minimum pair. That's why initially we have taken 3, 6, 2, 5. Then while further merging of 3 comma 6 with the 4, we have gone for the maximum of that minimum pairs. That one point you should remember in your mind, otherwise you will get confused why for the maximum we have taken the minimum initially. Just that one point if you remember, it is more than enough. Then we will see the group average. For the group average version of hierarchical clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the average pairwise proximity among pairs of points in the different clusters. So this is an intermediate approach between single and complete link approaches. Thus for group average, the cluster proximity, that is proximity of Ci comma Cj of clusters Cj and Ci and Cj, which are of size mi and mj respectively, is expressed by the following equation. It's very simple, that is summation of all the x belonging to cluster Ci, y point belonging to Cj, you compute the proximity divided by size of mi into size of mj. If you do, you will get the proximity of Cj and Ci and Cj for group average. So same thing what we have done for the sample data can be done for group average also. You suppose if you want to compute the distance between 3, 6, 4, 1, then what we can do means 3, 1, 6, 1, 4, 1 we can take into consideration. So the 3, 1 you have the 0.22, then for 4, 1 you are going to have the 0.37, 6, 1 you are going to have the 0.23, divided by 3 in this cluster and 1 in the second cluster, that is the size 3 into 1, so you will be getting the 0.28 as the value. Similarly, you can check the calculation for the remaining distances. So that is the group average. So here for the group average also, the dendrogram is given according to the disturbance values. Final one is the Watts method and the centroid methods. Watts method assumes that a cluster is represented by its centroid. How we were taking in the k-means algorithm centroid as a measure for the prototype based clusters. Same way in the Watts method, a cluster is represented by its centroid, but it measures the proximity between two clusters in terms of the increase in the SSE, that is the sum of squared error that results from merging the two clusters. Like k-means, Watts method attempts to minimize the sum of the squared distances of points from their cluster centroids. Thus, this method uses the same objective function as the k-means clustering. But mathematically it can be shown that Watts method is very similar to the group average method when the proximity between two points is taken to be the square of the distance between them. Suppose if you take the square of distance between them, then the Watts method is very similar to the group average method. So Watts method, if we apply into the 6 two-dimensional points which we have seen earlier, we are going to get the following result. The only change over here is you need to compute the distances based on the centroids of the respective clusters, and then based on that you measure the similarity and combine. That is what we are going to do in the Watts method. So this brings us to the end of the specific techniques in agglomerative hierarchical clustering, that is single link or min, complete link or max or clique, group average, and Watts method and centroid method. Thank you.